grew up fighting my way through life and standing up for the underdog. At 9 years old, I remember telling my dad not to whip my sister again, that I would take her whippings. I think that was one of the hardest whippings I ever got in my life. Then in junior high, I was caught in the middle of a forced integration situation and had to fight literally every day just to survive. We had no training on how to handle that type of situation. In 7th grade, I can't even imagine this for my own kids now, but in 7th grade, some of my best friends carried guns, clubs, and nunchucks to school. You either fought or you would get hurt really bad. And in high school, I remember someone putting a dent in my car. When I found out who it was and that they went to another high school, I immediately got in my car, grabbed the club that I'd made in junior high, and drove to their school. When I arrived, I remember driving my car on the grass and in between the buildings where all the classrooms were. I got out of my car and began yelling for the person who dented my car to come out. No one did, fortunately for me, I guess. Then I remember in college, the girl that I was dating then had been told that she could park in a fraternity's parking lot. The next day, someone had let the air out of all of her tires. So I did what any sensible person would do and went into the fraternity, walked up the stairs to where the guys lived, and called out for who did it. They sent out their biggest guy to confront me, and after we talked, he had another guy go air up her tires. He then asked me if I would even consider joining their fraternity. Out of college, I got a job selling men's clothes in hopes of building my wardrobe to get me to a good job. I was promoted several times, built my wardrobe, and secured a job with the Fortune 150 corporation. At that company, my tenacity and my fight to win placed me in the top 2% of the entire company worldwide. I was offered a job in upper-level management, but declined because I wanted to become an entrepreneur. My first entrepreneurial business deal was turned down by several bankers. Finally, I told the next banker, stop telling me why it won't work and show me how it will work. I kept pushing and fighting for that deal until he finally agreed to, he actually got in my Jeep. We drove to the location where I wanted to build this new business, and he gave me a list to complete. I completed that list, and he funded my first business deal. That same banker later nominated me for SBA's Entrepreneur of the Year, and I won for a 5-state region. That fighter's instinct has always followed me my entire life. When I sold that business to become a multimillionaire by the age of 35, I then began consulting other businesses and fighting for them. It seemed the bigger the underdog, the more I enjoyed the fight. After a few years of consulting, I also launched a technology company. We won numerous awards at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, garnered over 1 billion media impressions, and applied for and was awarded various patents and trademarks worldwide. A few years ago, we discovered that another company was allegedly, my attorney says I have to use that word because we're in the middle of a lawsuit, allegedly used our patents in its products. Now we're in this big David and Goliath kind of fight with one of the largest companies in the world, a little company called Apple. Those circumstances, coupled with a fight to survive mentality, has given me a strategic skill set in business that has taken me places that I never thought I would ever get to go. I can help you get there too as well. I'm Penix, the Business Fighter.